Durham is considering cutting 20 vacant police officer positions over the next year and using those funds to hire social workers and nurses to send to mental health calls.
So there's a program in Eugene, Oregon that's been doing that for about 30 years now. CBS 17's Crystal Price spoke with leaders of that program about how this all works and if it could be done right here in Durham.
Well, Eugene city leaders say a program like this could address Durham's problem with homelessness and substance abuse, but it could also lead to an increase in 911 calls, and in a city that already has a shortage of 911 operators, that could be a problem. If a mental health related call comes into 911 in Eugene,
Royal Avenue,
chances are this team will respond.
Unlike police officers, they're not armed.
They're part of CAHOOTS, which stands for Crisis Assistance Helping Out on the Streets. A medic and a behavioral health specialist will respond in a van to certain calls instead of police. A dispatcher will determine if to send a CAHOOTS team. They're often dispatched to intoxicated subjects, mentally ill individuals, and non-emergency medical care.
Sometimes they'll respond along with the police. They'll maybe stage in the area a few blocks out and wait for the police to deem that, yes, this scene is safe.
One concern is what happens when a situation unexpectedly turns violent. When that happens, they radio police for backup.
They're on the radio with the full police force at all times.
Chris Hecht is the executive director of White Bird Clinic that helps run the program. In 2019, he says there were 150 calls where the unarmed responders had to call for backup. That's out of more than 18,000.
Have they ever been physically harmed when responding to a call?
Not that I'm aware of. Never heard a report of that.
But there are some challenges that come when cities create these programs, as 911 call volumes tend to increase.
If people know that they can get a different level of services through the police department, so depending on what your staffing is, that could impact it.
Crystal Price, CBS 17 News.
And the program costs just over $2 million a year. It's funded by Eugene and other cities in the county. Durham is only considering this right now. They'll be voting on the budget later this month.